Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby, TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 5 such specimens to examine. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you advertisement free from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. Free entertainment. How do you like that? TTM time. Let's see what we got for our first TTM. Coming to us from Nashville, Tennessee. Nash Vegas. Well, we know it's coming from Mr. Walter Suggs. Let's just hope he signed the card for us. Oh, Walt Suggs. Let's see if he signed. From Nash Vegas. Yes, he did. Mr. Walt Suggs. Beautiful. Signing these two 1969 Topps cards. Look at those beautiful vintage football cards. You gotta love them. Oh, Walt Suggs. He was a two-way player at Mississippi State. Played on both the offensive and defensive lines. And he was one of the better offensive tackles in the old AFL. A two-time All-Star with the Houston Oilers. And he's also a member of the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. Mr. Suggs is now 83 years old. We thank him for signing these two 1969 Topps cards. Beautiful. Walt Suggs, thank you, sir. Gets us off to a great start. All right, what do we got next? Who knows? Could be anybody. San Bernardino, California. Let's cut this open. I know you cannot wait to see what we pull out of this envelope. What do we got? Oh, the envelope fell apart. Ah, Mr. Tom Hall. For a second there, I thought he didn't sign it. I barely saw his signature right above the line there. Tom Hall. Thank you, sir, for signing this 1973 Topps card. Tom Hall, they called him the Blade. Maybe the greatest 150-pound pitcher of all time. He was primarily a relief pitcher. He had some good years with the Twins and Reds. And then, after his pitching days were over, he was a mailman for 20 years. Faithfully delivering letters and packages for the U.S. Postal Service. Now, can you imagine one of today's spoiled babies like Alec Baum having to go out and deliver mail, get a job and work for a living after his baseball career is over? Hard to believe. Tom Hall out there delivering the mail for 20 years. This guy knows what to do. He stayed productive his whole life. 74 years old. The Blade, Tom Hall. Thank you for signing this 1973 Topps card. He could deliver the mail himself, bring it to my door. Tom Hall. All right. Well, we got next. Coming to us from Providence, Rhode Island. Providence? Who the heck did we send out to Providence? Unfortunately, Marvin Barnes is no longer with us, but let's see. Oh, we got our note back. Oh, yeah, Ron Locke. Ron Locke. Thank you, sir. Look at that. 80 years old, signing this 1965 Topps card. That is a beauty, that old Topps card. I love that 65. Now, he only had one season in the big leagues in 1964. He pitched in 25 games, and he got one win. So at least he can say he has won a big league ball game. He lost 2 games and finished with a 3.4 ERA. Now you notice here on the back of the card, Ron works in a shipyard during the off season. I bet he worked in the shipyard for many, many years after his baseball career. Again, you can't see a big old baby like Alec Baum doing that. Ron Locke, 80 years old. Thank you for signing this 1965 Topps card. Let me see what he put on the note here. I said, do you still follow the game? Any current players you like? Yes, I do. I work for the Red Sox in Florida spring training. Very nice. Oh, I didn't know that. Still in the game, Ron Locke. And as far as any current players you like? Not that I know of. All right. He's not a fan of the modern player, I guess, but still working with the Red Sox in spring training. Outstanding. Ron Locke. Very good, sir. Appreciate you signing that beautiful 1965 Topps card. That 65 is one of my favorite designs. All right, people, we got 2 left. Let's see what we got to us. Coming from Indianapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis, Indiana. God don't make little green apples, and it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. Remember that? Remember that old song? All right, what do we... Oh, look at this. Very nice. Mr. Vern Fleming. Look at that. Signing that Stadium Club card. That is a beauty. Oh, Vern Fleming. He was a 1984 Olympic gold medal winner for the USA. He was a point guard on those old Georgia teams with Dominique Wilkins. A 1984 first-round draft pick by Indiana. He played point guard for 11 seasons with the Pacers. His best year was probably 1990 when he averaged 14.3 points a game and 7.4 assists. Vern Fleming, 60 years old, the old setup man for Dominique Wilkins at Georgia. He was a great, great point guard. Thank you, sir. We haven't had too much luck with our basketball returns, but it's good to get one here, especially from Vern Fleming. Great old point guard. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That's a nice one. All right, our last one is coming to us from Phony X, Arizona. It's got says photo, do not bind. I think they meant do not bend, but we got a photo, so I got a feeling, and look at based on that handwriting, I think one of our old Hollywood actresses has sent us something. What a great way to end it. Let's see what we got. If we can get this photo out of there. Oh, look at that. Yvonne Lime. Thank you, Miss Lime. She was a veteran actress from the late 50s and early 60s. She used to make she was in a exploitation film, and when they did that in the old days about juvenile delinquents, she starred in one called High School Hellcats. She didn't act very long. She married a big Hollywood producer and spent most of her days as a philanthropist. And then she opened something called the Little Chapel of Paradise Valley, a place where people could receive miracles from a faith healer named Sarah O'Meara. She's 87 years old. Like I said, she starred in some of the old Hollywood movies of the 50s and 60s. I think she was in an Elvis movie too, but the one she's most famous for is called High School Hellcats. I remember watching that when I was a kid. She played a girl who got involved in a girl gang, got into some monkey business. Well, thank you, Miss Lime, for sending us this autographed picture. Really appreciate it. It's not the photo we sent her. We sent her one from High School Hellcats when she was quite a bit younger, but we'll take this anyway. Yvonne Lime, thank you, ma'am, for signing that photo and sending it back to us. All right, everybody, that is another episode of TTMs. We're ready to hit the stop button and dump this thing into the YouTube airfill. And God willing, we will be back soon with more. Until then, enjoy the rest of your life.